Welcome to the special coverage on the earnings, and Asian Paints is the stock in focus today that is now shining bright after the earnings. Though on the revenue front, it's been a slight miss, but it's the commentary that is definitely bucking up the trend for the stock, wherein after a long while and after so many quarters of not so great numbers, not so great commentary, this time the management is cautiously optimistic on the demand trends. Onto the volume front for their India business, the volume outlook was quite subdued, but versus that, the company has shown almost a 2% growth in the terms of the volume trajectory, and other than that, their international business is also seen to be doing well. So that's Asian Paints for you. Almost a 3% jump is what we are seeing right now. Just a while back, the stock was also up around 5%, but still holding on to the shade of green. But let's go across to Ansh, who is standing by with more details on the number crunching on Asian Paints numbers. Take it away, Ansh.
Well, Srishti, it's a mixed set of number for the quarter. If you see the revenue, that has stood at 8,549 crore, which is down by more than 6% on year-on-year basis, missing the estimate of the street. If you talk about net profit, then that came in at 1,110 crore, a 23.3% decline on year-on-year basis, but in line with the expectation. Talking about EBITDA, that was reported at 1,637 crore, which is down by more than 20%, also in line with the expectation. Talking about margins, that has contracted by around 344 basis points to 19.1%, which is also in line with the expectations. Now, if we talk about few business highlight of the segment, then decorative business of India saw a modest growth of 1.6% on volume basis. Also, industrial business expanded by 3.8%, and this was mainly driven by general industrial and refinish segment. If we talk about home decor segment, then that has also grown because of its network expansion efforts. We also have management commentary, and CEO remain cautiously optimistic about a demand recovery in the near term. And also, if we talk about the stock movement, then stock is currently trading with a gain of more than 2%.
And a lot of pain for Asian Paints is already behind us, perhaps. Remember, it got a big derating and value correction when Birla Opus launched, and the kind of competition they would face in the market. But comment coming in from Amit Singhal, the MD and CEO, saying that the paint industry continues to be impacted by subdued demand conditions during the quarter, especially in the urban centers. He says we registered a 6.6% decline in the overall coatings business in India, including industrial. The domestic decorative delivered a 1.6% volume growth, while the standalone revenues declined by 7.5% for the quarter, impacted by the weak festive demand. In the near term, he says that they remain cautiously optimistic on a recovery in demand conditions, while they continue to invest in their brand and focus on innovation and customer centricity. So while the numbers are in line and the volume growth is much better than expectations, the commentary is not as enthusing by the management, clearly flagging off demand concerns. That's Asian Paints. It's a little bit of a volatile movement for the stock. While it went in absolutely quiet into its numbers, spiked up about 3%, cooled off from there, and now seeing a little bit of cool off even further as we speak right now. We'll take a very quick break. Till then, Asian Paints would have settled in, the stock that is, and we'll discuss more on that as well as the markets on the other side of this break.